Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 oh. Through the waves and winds that blow, here comes a pirate's heart of woe. He lives and breathes for glint of gold, his dreams all set on goods untold. Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 oh. They, looting ships from dusk till dawn, with cutlass sharp and cannon scorn. The cruel cheer! As just soon fills, he plunders, robs, he raids and kills. Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 oh. Fateful night, by full moonlight, he spies the ship, it sails so white. He charts her course with greedy grin, but Jones had planned for all this sin. Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 oh. A war is waged between the ships as sails all splinter, sails all rip, but seas decide which side will win, with crashing wave and raging wind. Oh, drown him with his gold, oh, drown him with his gold, oh, drown him with his gold, oh, drown him with his gold. Tempest, thunder, darkened sky, the pirate meets a grim demise. With gold in hand, he sinks below the ocean's deep, a selfish soul. Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 oh. Laying low in locker hold, a tale of grief forever told. He bet his end in Davy's touch. The pirate craved his gold too much. Oh, drown him with his gold, 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 drown him with his gold, oh, drown him with his gold, oh. And that's it, folks. Thank you very much. Goodbye. I'm out. Guys, thank you so much for being here. My name is Mark Shuttleworth. That is sorry. My name is Luigi Coppola. The gentleman at the back is Mark Shuttleworth. Today we are celebrating tech working. We are celebrating the launch of Even God Gets Distracted and Out of Breath.
Where's your sound man?
Sometimes. I'm the sound man, that's the problem. Yes, so this is our debut collection. I've been about for 30 years. I've known some of you for over 30 years, some of you for a few months, some of you 10, 11 minutes. You are all welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Mark and I are very proud of the collection, and lots of you have contributed in different ways. Some of you just by being useful and being here, which is amazing. Some of you literally contributing with readings today, and I appreciate that so much. So, because of my age...
Is that your proximity to that one?
Yeah.
Who knows what they're doing? Someone. We need a doctor.
Perfect. Right. How's that going? Hey. Yeah, that'll do. Round of applause for Andy. Thank you very much. So, I made a quick list of what I need to think about. So, we've done the introduction. Thank you so much. The two bridges have given us the space for free. So please do buy drinks here, promote them. That would be amazing. There's a great space. They do open mics, events. There's a comedy night tonight as well, which is great, which hasn't started yet, by the way. So the schedule. I'm going to try, I know it's very unlike me, I'm going to try to minimise my stage time as much as possible. So I've got other readers, contributors, I might be stepping in and doing little bits and bobs, but hopefully, now that I've expended all my energy, we'll have an amazing range of readers. I will try to put it into two halves, but we'll see how it goes, we'll see how the timings, we might need to move things around.
and we'll take it from there. So, if the album you heard at the start was my collaboration with Darren. Round of applause for Darren. Amazing music producer. You'll hear the second half of the album in the break as well, and it will be on streaming platforms and taken over the world in Glastonbury in 2 years' time anyway, so you'll hear it then.
Do you need it? Do you need it?
Is that one off?
Yeah, let's turn off the other mic. I'll turn off that one, of course.
Oh, it's simple stuff.
And there we go. It is very simple. I bet it looks simple all the way back there. So, yes. Cheers, Andy. There are, it seems like there will be decimated, which is fantastic, exactly what I wanted. There is a pack of activities for the children, but also for the people that have children in their hearts as well. So there's badges, there's a thaumatrope that Leonor is displaying for us that you can build. Thank you very much, it's going to flutter away in a moment. There's badges, there's a colouring competition. Whoever does the best colouring in, and I think I know who that might be, I don't know, will win this signed, one-of-a-kind copy. Mark hasn't signed it yet, but it's of the poster and the poem and the front cover as well. What else have I got? I'm going to forget about the jars for now, I'll do that later. If you are able to buy the book, that's great. If not a problem. I know what money's like in this economy. Do just share online, that would be amazing as well. I'll talk about the prize. Connections. Can you make eye contact with some... I haven't said who with yet, wait! It's not with me, Matt, that's freaking me out. Make eye contact with someone that you don't know. Just say hello, maybe wink. Ask them, Matt, I've known you for 30 years, what are you looking at me for? Make people feel connected. It's all about the connections. You might be meeting your new best friend, I don't know, or an old enemy. Wait and see. So I'm hoping that people will make those connections, even just with me or other people that are here as well. And I think we're about to begin. Okay, I said about minimising it, but I'm the first act. Thank you very much. So I'm going to read the title poem from the collection. And I'm going to try to do it from memory, so please do not follow along. Even God gets distracted sometimes. I got halfway through and then gave up. The beak, an empty orbit. The breast strung out like a Stradivarius. The wings, thin as slices of rump veal soaked in a milky confidence. I was thinking of tinkering with the tendons. The first incarnation tore in half on takeoff. A failed, soulless game, sprawling and squawking, ripping at its own guts and then dissolving away. The second mishmash from matter from that miscarriage of a mother did no better. It collapsed on collision, diving head first into a mountain, waiting to be reassembled. She knows what's going on. I recycled instead for this third half attempt. And if I had more time, I would finish it, really I would. But now the wind stands still. The sun sinks into a lunar south. Light echoes through my corridors. All I can hear is last week's work, wine. Damn all those distractions to earth. That serpent slithering and whispering again. And those two malcontents dining on something they were told explicitly not to pluck. Thank you very much. Hello, folks. Welcome. There's a free book reading. Yes, good. Excellent. Hello, come in. Join us. Come to the back. Okay, thank you very much, folks. I will reappear at some point. But right now, special honour. Can we have a round of applause for Erica? And with lovely daughter Laura as well. So, Erica I met at the New Poets Collective. Amazing poet, fantastic performer. She has a debut collection out as well. Please do buy. It's incredible. Hey! And she's very graciously done a reading of one of the poems that she'll be reading for us, along with a couple of her own today. My abiding memory of Erica is that, you know the story. One of the sessions, I was having coffee in the morning. I like to make my own coffee. And I like to have my own sweetener because I'm like that. So I was pouring the sweetener into the mug from a little bottle that I used on the cycle. Didn't think of anything of it. Later in the evening, I get a WhatsApp saying from Erica, "Are you okay? I noticed that you were putting alcohol into your coffee at 10 o'clock in the morning." I promise you, it was sweetener. And I sent Erica a picture. I'm not sure if she believes me. I've got some doubting eyes right now, but it is the truth, I promise. But that's just a microcosm of how amazing Erica is and how caring she is about humanity. Round of applause for Erica.
Hello.
Professional.
My voice not quite as loud as Louise. Can you hear me okay at the back? Yeah. So, I'm so proud of Luigi. It's really, really wonderful. And I know you've been writing poems and been around the sort of poetry block for so long. And you really, really deserve this. Like, this is brilliant. And congratulations to Mark as well. So Louis, as you know, as well as being an amazing performer, is so good at thinking of like new and different ways to get poetry under the eyes of people, you know, and to get it out there. Not just people who might already go to poetry events or go to the library or whatever. And he came up with this idea of asking friends to read different poems to make promotional videos. And I got to read this one. Look, Cousin Caveman has come to dinner, so I'm going to read that one now. And then I'll read a couple of poems from my book as well. Hey, look, Cousin Caveman has come to dinner. He came to visit 1,000,000 years late, but welcome nonetheless. He crouched under the doorway, even though it was twice his height, and we gave him slippers for his bare feet, hung up his tiger skin, and asked if he'd like a drink. He only grunted. We took that as a yes, and got him a freshly machine-squeezed orange juice. His creased fingers tried to clasp the glass as he tipped it all over his quizzical face, some into his mouth, some drenching brow, settling into a slim pool above his eyes. He didn't seem to mind, though his teeth flashed when we brought him a towel, its softness and squareness, a strangeness. The first of many, I mused, while I awkwardly smiled at my partner. What terrible weather we're having! He sat on our couch and stared at the off television. How was your journey? He leaned backwards, then forwards, reaching for the coffee table book about Bauhaus architecture, evidently not liking it. Well, who would? We offered a tour. At first the stairs were an issue, but with splintered spear propping him up, he just about managed. The carpet was a cloud, the double glazing a shield from the elements, and for a good 5 minutes he switched the 60-watt bulb on, off. But then wouldn't you spend time on a night so quickly becoming day? Then he smelt it. We had prepared Chateaubriand with pommes frites. I guessed the former rare, and was right. With his every bite, blood drooled down as if second nature, his eyes rolling as yellow teeth sank into moist red flesh. Though why he had to stare at my other half while masticating was a bit worrying. Just before dessert, he leapt from his seat, shouted through the window at the neighbours, a nice young couple. He grabbed at a sparrow on the other side, howling as hand hit glass. By then the dog had slowly edged towards him. He seemed to love petting her, something similar in their eyes, a longing, a mix of love and fear and loneliness. After all that, the moon called to him and he whined, whinnied and made for the door. We waved goodbye as he looked left, then right, then sprinted left, his furs heavy in the wind, his spear held out, caveman made, chipped and lethal, him and it, meeting the future and the past with a sharp point. So Louis asked me to read this poem from my book, In the Lily Room, which is a book all about early motherhood. That might be why I was like overly motherly towards Luigi about his coffee. I was in mother mode. I was like, watch out for everybody. So this book is about the first 2 years after giving birth, and it includes a sort of trip through madness and out the other side. But this poem has got an audience participation element, which is why I thought we would be right for today. It's got a refrain which goes, "You will get through today." Can you practice that?
You will get through today.
Okay. So it'll come back at the end of every verse, and I'll just sort of lift my arms like that, and then you can say it together. And it's a poem of encouragement to the new mum in all the many ways in which you might find life difficult. So if you know someone in that situation, or it was you, then this is the poem for them. Kintsugi. Mother of the deep, underwater mother draped in weeds, pushing your way across the seabed, green lips releasing breath as rosary beads. You will get through today. Mother of stone, petrified mother perched on the cliff face, menaced by raptors, fluttering petitions, the impossible monuments.
You will get through today.
Mother of ice, translucent mother floating among the warm flamingo bodies, mouth shut tight to keep the chill from spreading.
You will get through today.
She will as well, all of them will do. Mother of small beasts, quivering mother with ears pressed back, alert to every faint threat or slight rattling your hollow quills.
You will get through today.
Mother of the dark, moon-struck mother, locked in a strange orbit, tidal milk rising and still rising under your eerie surface.
You will get through today.
Mother of mulch, mouldering mother, weighed down by the silence of the forest, spores of doubt plotting paths beneath the soil.
You will get through today.
Mother of fire, righteous mother laying waste to everything in the master's house, host to a rage that thrills you even as it boils your blood.
You will get through today.
Mother of sand, scattered mother losing time in clumps, yourself in drifts, ashamed in your bewilderment. You will
get through today.
Know that you are magnificent because you bear the marks of your transformation. Mother of clay, gold-veined mother, you will get through today. Okay, so I live in Forest Hill, down the road in southeast London. So quite a lot of the poems in here are set in that part of the world. Because when you've got a new baby, you can't really leave like your own area for quite a long time. Just pushing that pram back and forth. So it's a poem about catching the bus. And then we'll give a big cheer to Louis and to the other speakers. You know the feeling. Your legs are lead. There's been no sleep to speak of in weeks. You're shrinking from the headwind like it's a beating. And when exactly did you become someone who shrinks? And once again, the bottom of the pram is a mess. All right, the very idea that you could have another. I swear to God. And then you see it, the 185, rounding the bend towards your stop, a clear 100 yards, 3 minutes early, what the actual, and the blood begins to pump through your sullen heart. Fascinating. And you are a lioness after the kill, the DeLorean at a minute after 10, Super Saturday, Ennis Hill. Go on then. Pram skittering along the edge of the pavement, past the snaky queue at the pharmacy, the vacated nail bars. Go! The shuttered Chinese takeaway weaving with ease around the Deliveroo drivers who are actually turning now to cheer. Up pops the pram cover, the incredulous look. And you're laughing now, the wind in your hair, you fabulous bitch. And then you bounce into the road and up the other side, $1 million smile for the crowd. They love you. and above you the full red arrow treatment as you execute a flawless break, bellowing, not out loud obviously, we are going to make it! We are going to fucking make it!
Thank you, Emeka, so much. Fantastic stuff. So, I believe next up, I think it's going to be singular. Is that right? Amy? Yeah? We have a round of applause for Amy Shuttleworth. Yes. I've got one or two copies here.
Yeah, brilliant. Right. I love this poem. I love this poem so much. So this is Jackee of Hastings. So I don't know if anyone is with. Am I that quiet?
I don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Push him away. Forcefully. I
Right.
need
So in Hastings, every May 1st, there is a festival called the Jackee the Green, which is to celebrate the coming of spring and summer. And between the two of you, you reimagined it with a feminist spin. Because hell is Mother Nature, isn't it? So here is Jackee Hastings. Beneath the branches, the twist and sigh, where amidst sea mist creeps, the crazed crows cry. A leafy whisper, emerald sprites freed. Come see her dance, Hastings Jackee. Upon May Day's dawn, as the flowers bloom, and the earth cracks wide, and the woods make room, Jackee emerges, so fresh, so free, born of soil, a wild mystery. From earth she grew on bright summer morn, as the drum beats loud, the green girl born, with blossoms in hair and roots for feet. Jackee rises, a holiday treat. Through Hastings town with the summer's heat, the sound of laughter and tapping feet. Jackee spins as the day turns bright, a jade-clad guest in the festival light. Through the streets she dances beneath sun's gaze, with ribbons trailing in a summer haze. She sings with joy through fields and lanes. The season cools, and she unchains. When seaside nights are warm and sweet, and the water hums low with the sinking heat, she leaps upon the breeze with a laugh and a cheer, her spirit alive. Now the party's here. Down crooked steep streets, through markets hung, past weathered doors and the sounds of a drum. A flicker of green vanished from sight. Did you see her? Or was it just light? Up on cliffs where the seabirds spy, the wind pushes past and the clouds rush by. She leaps like a gust, her footsteps a breeze, gone in a heartbeat like wisps in the trees.
Amy, fantastic reading. And to keep it going with a family affair, can we have a round of applause for the Coppolas?
It was a wonderful series with lots of puppets, and John Hurt as the storyteller, and he portrayed this old man telling stories, which then would have other characters come in and do the actions. I will be your storyteller for today. We'll have to imagine John Hurt, and our children will be characters and narration from this lost script for an extra episode of The Storyteller.
The Brothers Three. What follows is the manuscript from production, a lot of numbers, of the Jim Sensen series The Storyteller, which was presumed lost forever, unfilmed and unread until now. Faded. Enter cottage, evening. Near to a smouldering fireplace, the storyteller sits in a tall armchair. At his feet is the dog, fearful but alert. The storyteller turns to the camera and begins to tell a story.
In a hushed-away village, nestled between shadowy woods and trundling hills, there lived two brothers, Wilhelm the eldest, and his little brother Karl. Oh, they lived an impoverished life, but were renowned far and wide for their kindness and honesty and generosity, even though they had nothing. They had inherited their father's small farm, but even that came with a price, the house falling apart and the wind attacking it from all sides. And while their land was not fertile, they always managed to scrape by, for they believed that as long as they had each other, they had everything they needed.
The dog corrupts. My brother had a juicy bird. The storyteller frowns at the dog and then turns back to the camera.
One evening, as the sun luxuriously sank behind the trees and the wind continued to howl through the branches, battering the house, an old woman knocked at the door. Her back was heavy hunched, her clothes tawny tattered, and her eyes gleamed with something ancient and wise, a bit like mine.
The dog looks at the broken mirror that leans against the wall. In it, shadows play and dance, and the face of the old woman comes into focus. The storyteller continues, his voice merging with the old woman.
Please.
She hesitantly asked.
I'm a poor traveller lost in the woods. May I stay the night and rest by your fire?
The dog shivers.
She gives me the creeps.
The storyteller smiles a knowing smile.
Well, not everything is what it seems. Without a moment's hesitation, the brothers of course welcomed her in, offering her the best, only seat by the hearth, and what little food they had, some wrinkly potatoes. As the flames fidgeted in the hearth, the old woman watched them with a knowing smile.
You treated me with kindness.
She said after eating only half of the meagre portion of potato and licked her lips.
But beware the shadow of greed, for its clasping grip is always closer than you think.
The brothers exchanged quizzical glances, but did not ask what she meant. They merely wished her a good night's rest. And the next morning the old woman had vanished, the door locked from the inside, and in her place was a small, blackened key resting on the table. Next to it, there was a note.
The storyteller reaches into his breast pocket and takes out a piece of paper, yellowed with age, and reads it aloud. This time, the old woman's face appears on the paper. Her wrinkles and the folds and creases of the parchment.
This key opens a door deep down in a faraway forest, under the tallest towering oak. Behind the door lies a limitless treasure, but you must be wise, for what you seek is not always what you need.
Wilhelm, the eldest of the brothers, who was always cautious by nature, said,
Perhaps we should leave the secret lies. We have little, but we are content.
But Karl, who was more adventurous, his eyes turning green in the nightlight, saw it differently.
What harm could come from searching for the treasure? We could finally live with and not without.
The dog drools.
Maybe it's buried bones.
The storyteller ignores the dog and continues.
After much debate and toing and froing and arguing and persuading, the younger convinced the elder, and Wilhelm and Karl set off in search of the forest. They searched high and low, past glade and vale, through swamp and village, until they found the faraway forest and found the ancient oak, its envious branches burnt at the tips from reaching up, too high, its leaves a dark gold as if foiled by Midas' hand himself. At its base was a small iron door, so old and rusted and crooked that it seemed to blend into the earth itself. With shuddering hands, Karl inserted the key, and the door creak-cracked open. Inside, the brothers stepped onto a twisting, twirling staircase leading down into the dark, dark, dark barrow. As they descended further, they found themselves in a vast underground chamber filled with glossy gold, gleaming gems, and radiant riches beyond all measure. And at the centre of the treasure room sat a simple wooden chest. Of course, Curl, his eyes wide with excitement, stumbled and rushed to fill his pockets with gold. But Wilhelm, his eyes not reflecting any of the light of the store, was drawn to the plain wooden chest. It seemed to call to him as though something important lay within.
I'll read that stupid chest.
Curl snorted.
We have more than enough of these riches.
But Wilhelm ignored him. He could not keep his eyes off the chest. He opened it and found, to his surprise, one single loaf of bread wrapped in cloth and a small, dusty bottle of water. At first he was disappointed. His eyes finally turned to the treasures and Curl's fastly filling pockets. And then the old woman's words came back to him like a dream.
What you seek is not always what you need.
Wilhelm took the bread and water and nothing else and closed the chest. As they escaped the groundling chamber, the brothers heard the grinding and gravelling of stone behind them. The iron door had sealed itself shut forever.
At this, the cottage door sealed itself shut, and the dog lets out a whimper. The storyteller rubs the dog's ear and continues while sipping from a steaming teacup.
And the forest itself seemed to sigh in a warning relief. Wilhelm returned to the ramshackle cottage, but Curl did not. With all his riches, he bought a tall castle far from his brother, and surrounded himself with bowing servants and the world's greatest art and glorious treasures all piled up high around him, all the fine wines and roast chickens he could gulp down. He had all that he had ever dreamt of. But on the sixth day, he grew ill. No matter how much he ate or drank, he became weaker and weaker day by day. Wilhelm, on the other hand, remained strong and healthy, for he only ate from a loaf of bread and drank water from the bottle, which magically seemed to replenish itself.
At this, the dog grunts and snuffles against its empty bowl. I wish I never ran out of bones. The storyteller rummages through his coat pocket while the dog looks up excitedly.
It wasn't long before Curl realized his folly.
The storyteller produces an empty hand to the dog, who collapses to the floor in disappointment. The storyteller turns back to the camera and continues. I was blinded by greed.
Curl said, his voice hollow and low.
Treasure has cursed me.
But brothers are brothers until the end. Wilhelm, upon learning of Curl's woes, brought him back home and of course shared his bread and shared his water with his kin. And as the younger brother ate and drank, his strength returned. And they both knew then that the real treasure was not the gold or the gems, but the simple magic of the bread and the water, which sustained them in times of need.
The storyteller searches in other pockets and finds a small bundle of cloth. Camera zooms in as he opens it to find a small bird-like bones with the tiniest amount of meat on them. He drops them into the dog's bowl, who snorts with happiness and starts snoring loudly. The storyteller turns back to the camera for the last time.
And from that day on, the brothers lived humbly but happily, never wanting more than what they had, and each other. For they understood that true wealth lies not in riches, but in the bonds of brotherhood, and in the wisdom to appreciate the simplest gifts of life, of knowing the difference between what you want and what you need. And so their tale became a tale for all those who do not know that greed leads only to sorrow, and that true contentment brings true fortune.
The storyteller turns to the dog, leans closer so their noses almost touch.
Isn't that so?
The dog smiles, still chewing on its bones, while the storyteller turns to the fireplace, warms his hands, and contentedly sighs.
Thanks so much, guys. Eleanor, I think. Mike, you okay? Yeah, great stuff. So, folks, can we thank you so much for my family, for your support. So So, next up, we have got an old friend of mine, Michael McKimm. Round of applause. We met at university over 20 years ago. Vivid memories, well, I'd say hazy memories of lots of drinks at university. Yeah, he was a great guy, great poet as well. Michael McKimm.
Thanks so much, Luigi. Congratulations to Luigi and Mark on this incredible book. Congratulations to Luigi. Yeah, Luigi mentioned we met at university quite a long time ago now, and ever since I've just, since the first day I met Luigi, I've loved his passion for poetry and for performance, and Luigi's got this just unwavering belief in poetry's ability to bring people together, to do good in the world, as today is evidence of. So congratulations, Luigi. Luigi asked me to read a poem called Invasion of the Rubber Duckies. Invasion of the Rubber Duckies. We heard the freighter crack open on the rocks. Our lighthouse had been blinded for days while the storm had engorged. At first, we worried about survivors, but the captain and his single plucky mate had safely dinghied to the lost mermaid to drown their drunken sorrow. But their cargo had other ideas. Buoyant and bright, they bobbed towards the brown brick-reeded beach, with yellow flanks and orange bills, setting the surf a-shimmering with their shininess. Once ashore, the plastic mass quacked in hands and wheezed under feet. Last year, the oil spill took weeks to drum. The year before that, the speedboat's white powder mysteriously disappeared. But this time, we came skipping, our children laughing, jostling amongst the washed-up joy, with our thoughts not on the storm, but on the next bath time. On the screen, there's a small image of a place in Kent called Botany Bay. Luigi asked me to read this poem, which is from a book I co-authored last year with a photographer friend, and it's of various geological sites around the coast of Britain. And this one is in Kent, in Botany Bay. In this cave, like a sliced cocoon, chalk steps dusted with soot and plugs of rust, they've carved their names: Mick and Pixie, Dan, JR. A love nest or hidey hole to mark the time and watch the sinking shore. I take the chalk from an inch-high eye, pestle it in water, shake like a cocktail, thread a bead with a fine pipette onto the glass slide. They wriggle in the mind's eye, the coccoliths, little clicking interlocking wheels. Dust on your tongue, small as the first 1/100th of a milliliter. Armor for the nanoplankton, floating mist across oceans, building deep sea ooze, caked layers, this cliff, the cave, the nest where I carve my name. Thanks.
Okay, folks, thanks very much. The HDMI cable snapped. That's how powerful the readings were. So we're just getting a replacement for that, but the poetry continues. Can we have a round of applause for Lorraine, who's about to come up and do a reading for us? So I met Lorraine, this is over 20 years ago at the Poetry Library. You still work, don't you? Yes. And she's an amazing performer and so generous with her time as well at the library. Yeah, a round of applause for Lorraine.
The poem I'm going to read of Luigi's is On the Buses with Philip Larkin. The 11 stops at the library first and ends opposite the Red Lion. I trace around churches, the statues, the countless English gardens. To pass the drive time, I label my guests: Jazzman, Mr. Watts, and the world's best dressed parents, mute as their spawn spit gum and tear seats. I club them with regulations, behind the line, blown through the holes of my theatre box while I gear up my hip flask. And every day in my rearview mirror, that same old bald librarian hides behind his notepad, guts enough to only eavesdrop, peek at lips and legs, his fingertips blotted blue from scribbling his life away. Nah, none of that's for me. Guitar, wife, a life around the bend. What will survive of us drivers are the dents and dings, the grease stains on steering wheels, and ticket confetti hurled out of the sliding window, somewhere else becoming words.
So, Lorraine and I have a project in the works combining music and poetry and Lorraine's great reading of pieces as well. Now, the cable snapped. I'm going to try this cable, which came a bit shorter, but hopefully will work. Let's see if I can get it working. If it does, we can all give a big cheer. And if it doesn't, we can all cry. This looks good. Hey, here we go. Great stuff. Okay, so this might be a bit fiddly with a shorter cable, but we can sort it out. Not a problem. Right, so we want. And this poem placed in, was it the Caterpillar Award, isn't it? Yes? Will there be a bit of background? Or?
Yes, so the Caterpillar Prize is prize for adults writing for children. So this was a poem written for children.
Great stuff. So there's the piece. Yes. Let's see if I can get the volume working as well. Yeah, it is. I'll move it across. Right, cobbled together with sellotape, matches. How are we doing?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Ready?
Yeah. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. I was helping my mum to carry the bags. On the bus to her flat, I couldn't speak, and the silence made Mum sad. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. She has great hair, I'm jealous of her clothes. Will she tell the other kids she saw me? Her mum's a lawyer, they have a pool at home. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Today I told my mum I was poorly, but had the mum teacher said I was fine for school. Josie's chatting with her friends like normal. Won't look at me as the class walks to our room. But on my chair there's a bag of cakes and a note. I baked too many. These are for you. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B. Josie saw me coming out the food bank. Josie's the coolest kid in class 6B.
Okay, folks. Thanks so much. Right, technical differences aside, I believe I'm next. And I'll do one piece before we take a 20-minute break, go to the bar, and have fun come back. So, I do need a volunteer to hold this laptop. Dad? Give it. This is my father-in-law, Dennis, who's going to come up now. Thank you. Right, Dad. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good stuff. So, stand here. Where are we standing?
Right.
Just keep it there. And I'll start.
That's
it. You stand there, look pretty. This is called What Old Father Earth Asked of His Daughter. My daughter, come and play. No, my father, I cannot stay, but I have built a world for you. I'm sorry, father, it will not do. I'm one of the trees that dance in the breeze. I am sorry, father, they will not please. I'm one of the cave where sprites rave. I am sorry, father, I do not crave. Then I will rumble and I will quake. I will destroy and I will unmake. I will cave in and I will tear down. I will burn and I will drown unless, oh child, oh daughter, you stay. Oh no, my father, not even a single day. Or what of the stream where fish strove and beam? I'm sorry, father, I am not keen. Then tell me, child, what do you need? What can I make to keep you see? I am sorry, father, I need the sky where my mother is free to fly. I need the sea where sisters drift. I need the mist where grandmothers sift. Then I will rumble and I will quake. I will destroy and I will unmake. I will cave in and I will tear down. I will burn and I will drown unless, oh child, oh daughter, you stay. Oh no, my father, not even a single day. It is not you, it is you. You are not to blame, you are to blame. But father and daughter are not the same. You build on earth and you call it home. My kin and I, we must roam, and we must roam. Then I will rumble, and I will quake, I will destroy, and I will unmake, I will cave in, and I will tear down, I will burn, and I will drown unless, oh child, oh daughter, you stay. Oh my father, not even a single day. you so much for listening. We'll break. Woo! We'll break for 15-20 minutes. Please do buy something at the bar. Chat, connect, and I'll see you back soon. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we are starting in 3, 2, and 1. Good afternoon, London. How are we doing? Thank you so much for sticking around. So, we have got a second half of performers, bookended by me, I think, depending on how it goes. Some technical issues, but it's all working out nicely. Remember that there is a prize draw for the best colouring in. If you build a thaumatrope as well, amazing. Keep it coming, keep it going, and spread the love as much as possible. Remember to make connections and talk to someone as well that maybe you don't know. Okay, let's officially start the second half. I'm very proud. Yeah, thank you very much. Woo! We haven't done anything yet. Okay, so this is a mini reunion. I'm very privileged to be in a band with Mr. Swithin Cooper. Round of applause for Swithin. So again, I met at university, and we have a band. It is called Rope&Skull. In fact, Swithin, did you see it's one of the badges? Yeah, it's cool. Which was lovingly designed by my wife as well, who's an incredible artist. So we are going to do one of our songs, which is based on this image by Mark. I think I started the poem, and I said, build me a god made of string, and he did just that. And this is called String Theory, Rope&Skull version.
Exhausted children in a spider's cradle, with lines of black cars on sweating skin. Yes, it spoke to us in our dreams. We walked to rope burns on faces, our bodies run up. It spoke to us in our dreams. The torn decay of faith, blood and hope clogging our days. Yes, it spoke to us in our dreams. We walk to rope burns on faces, our bodies strung up. It spoke to us in our dreams. A torn decay of faith, blood and hope clogging our veins. the reunion of Rope and Skull. Round of applause for Cooper. At a Glastonbury stage near you soon. Okay, folks, so this part of the show is called Video Calls. Now, in theory, of course, this is all dependent on technology. I work with a singer called Kyla Gabka, who's a fantastic singer. She's in America, she's in Chicago right now. I'm hoping that she's going to join us all the way.
That's you.
I know that's me. Hopefully she'll be joining us soon. I'm just going to WhatsApp her with the words now, exclamation mark.
I'm really confident.
Technology is an amazing thing. It connects people.
Will it do?
Who knows? So Kyla I've been working with for about 4 or 5 years now, and we did an album, a Christmas EP as well. She's an incredible singer. And folks, here she is. Woo! Kyla! Right. Let's see if this is working first. Kyla, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh, we can hear you! Oh my god! Right, amazing. So you're on a laptop here with me, but you're also on a big screen here as well, so everyone can see you and hear you. I will. What shall I do? Is that? Yeah. Shall I leave it like that, or just you?
Yeah.
Just you, maybe.
Oh yeah, we can see you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we've had enough of you.
Yeah, I know. I get sleepy. Why don't I turn off my video? Are you able to make it full size for you? Which one?
Go in the corner of yours, where the 3 dots are.
Yeah.
Down, down. No.
Hi, Sophie. Hey! Thank you very much, Ali. Right, I think we're done. Kyla, over to you.
Perfect, awesome, thank you. Hello everyone, I am Kyla Gabka, I'm a singer-songwriter based in Chicago. And I'm going to be performing a song from my debut album that Luigi actually wrote called Autumn Waiting. So yeah, here it is. Our family's land once rolled all the way to the horizon. We pitched our pitch digging ditches in a sun-soaked land that yielded all we needed while we worshipped the animals. Searching eyes of foxes, routing noses of badgers, scurrying habits of rabbits. The birds held a special place, seed left on walls. We watched them dive, hop, peck, crumbling brick. Smoke cream shimmered against red. We'd gather twigs, leaves, offerings left at the base of the oak. Old, not interested, through years, minds. Decades again, after that, I stood in the same spot, the oak bowed, the field brown, the house empty. But the bird box still there, echoing a new age's call. My mind echoing inside its walls. Our father made a different gift, timber shorn from a storm-wrecked shed. A gable roof, world home, lined our wool, picked from the fence. With autumn waiting, we watched his hand, smooth sides, brown edges screwed together, firm and steady, lesson learned from the shed buckle. I love the brush strokes he stained with thick water, blessings that brought out the grains of years straight in unmending lanes. Fumes stinging the nose and weeping eye. The morning ended with him stood teetering on a ladder. He stretched grunts timed with hammer blows, oak solid against a thundering hand. Decades again after that, I stood in the same spot, the oak bough, the field around the house, empty. But the bird box still there, echoing a new age's call. My mind echoing inside its walls. Perfect for no home, as if she knew. Decades later, we breathe. Then, filling that gap for life to fly in and nest in, then laying, and to warm, and to hatch, and to feed, and to leave. Decades again after that, I stood in the same spot, the oak bough, the field around the house, empty. But the bird box still there, echoing a new age's call. My mind echoing inside its walls. Decades again after that, I stood in the same spot, the oak bough, the field around the house, empty. But the bird box still there, echoing the new age's call. My mind echoing inside its walls. My mind echoing inside its walls.
Thanks, guys. Can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Great stuff. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Did you want to do a second one?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go.
I was thinking to do What We Are, also written by you.
Oh.
From the same album.
Okay.
But this is just such a pretty song.
I'll take a picture. So that's it. So close.
Perhaps we're what we take from what we leave behind. Whatever we doubt or forsake, and whatever we happen to find, the answer for what we are isn't written in the night sky and the stars, but the answer to what we are is probably just as far. Perhaps for the paths that have led us near, all those wrong turns we mistakenly took, all those that we hold dear, and all those we overlooked. The answer for what we are isn't written in the night sky and the stars, but the answer to what we are is probably just as far. Perhaps we are, but it's taken
What was it?
I won't tell you.
Show us up. Hi, Kyla, can you see us and hear us there?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you very much, Kyla.
Yes, I am.
Thanks very much. Hello from England. Bye, Kim.
Spirit is rebellion.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, now behind the big face there. So, perfect. I did have another person on to do an online video, but I don't think it's working out. If it does, I'll come back to it. But that's it for the video call session for now, I think. So, back to... Yes, great, well done. So I believe Ali's next, is that okay? Fantastic. Can we have a round of applause for Ali? Well, I want to say something. So Ali, again, I met at the New Poets Collective, a beautiful soul, beautiful speaker, and it was, I mean, you were sometimes travelling from America, weren't you? To be, yeah, back and forth. So, I mean, it was always a pleasure and a privilege to have her there as well. And you're in for an amazing time. Thank you so much, Ali.
Thanks, Louis. When Louis sent me this poem, I loved it so much, and so it's a real treat to get to share it today. This poem is called Villanelle for the Greenman. Where nature's visage shows the sheen of sun, and life grows as seared soil meets vivid sky, the Greenman lives, and all will live as one. We witness first when cold death's course has run, through rotting remnants left where beasts fall, die. Then nature's mouth can sup on sleeping sun. Watch earth reclaim that far-gone flesh for fun. Devour riches found when end comes nigh. When Greenman eats, we all shall feast as one. The patient, budding, feeding force won't shun, nor waste a single scrap we can't deny, that nature's hand will share that salvaged sun. For green will grow from gray and brown and dun, and green will spread to leaf and tree and rye. As Greenman blooms, so all shall grow as one. Yes, all old life will blossom bright, and none can break the bond that births and lifts us high. With nature's heart will grace the gift of sun, when Greenman comes, and all can love as one. The poem of mine that I'm going to do for you is one that Luigi had requested, and I've only actually gotten to do this with a group of people a handful of times, so each time it feels like a little experiment about whether it's going to work. But yeah, this is a little bit of audience participation. I know we have a great crowd here. It is optional. With this next poem, I'm gonna bookend it with a bit of sort of humming or vocalizing, and to sort of ground that, I'm gonna take a note and give it to you to hold for me as the hum underlying all of it, and then we'll cut it off, and I'll do the poem, and then at the end, I'll give you the note again, and we'll finish together. Yeah? This poem is called Heartwood. The wood from a house built 100 years ago is stronger than what we use today. Rings cluster tightly in old growth forests. Their age makes them resistant to disease and decay in ways that younger trees cannot replicate. I read somewhere in an article that I have never been able to find again that trees can only become strong when the saplings grow slowly, sheltered in the shade of the parents that tower above, patiently watching as they reach towards the light. The magic of those elders grows with each passing year. They tell their stories in their rings, where the living wood expands ever outwards around the embodied history within. Heartwood is a gift passed between generations, born from decades of connection and protection to form a precious, unshakable core. When I feel impatient with life, I remind myself, I'm not behind. I am simply forming my heartwood, following the model of the strong branches soaring above. Deeper, stronger, wilder, freer. It is a journey that lasts a lifetime. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ali. Beautiful. And I remember the South Bank Centre, massive hall. Oh, just amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, folks. So next up, Leonor, who has especially dressed up for us as well, looking absolutely fabulous. Round of applause. We met at a Yes, yeah, fantastic. At a house party, amazing person, amazing personality, great poet as well, and we've got a couple of pieces for us. Fantastic. Where will we
Hello. So yeah, Luigi, what I'm going to say, I just know him for the last 10 months or so. Mentor, inspiring person, allowed me to tap into my creativity again and go wild, not just with my words, but with the way that I show up here today. So thank you, Luigi. And I am performing Ours is the Wereworld. Yeah, I'm going to try, but I'm going to be doing something just in case I forget the time, because it's the first time that I'm performing it. It all makes anthropomorphic sense. The black that plucks fibers and flowing. The sneers and growls of other dogs. The scratches and bites I wake up to after slurring the words in the worst order. We met on the heath, moon wide-eyed at midnight. The wind pulling at hair until we tangled and was strangled, dragged into a wereworld. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. One time, while we shared a rack, I watched grease and drool mix in our bowl as we gnashed at all the nails and claws. Sometimes I'll see reflections in the eclipses of our eyes that seems to twist, a snarling lie. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. A lie that perhaps it was my bite that first broke the skin, the bark hidden within, whimpering now like the tail between my legs, when our teeth clash of the dead of the day, when our teeth clash of the dead of the day. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. Ours is the wereworld, and the wereworld is ours. I've changed. I like changing in the middle of performances.
Okay.
Sorry? Can we have music?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ready.
Ready?
This is the poem that got this gentleman and me together. So yeah, thank you. Yeah. Grief. Oh, that's me.
Let's have a look.
On the second line.
Okay, first mic.
Hello?
Here we go.
Yes.
Is that mic?
Oh, you've turned the other one.
Oh, perfect,
so
perfect.
I'm here now, so yeah.
I'm keeping on your toes.
Yeah.
Right, 3, 2,
Let's do this.
What?
Because that will make all the difference.
Grief. Let's just start from wherever it starts.
Bit of a remix there.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're set.
Okay, let's do
Okay,
this,
round of
yeah.
applause for Leonor.
Grief shows us anger today. A physical intensity I don't want to stop. I jump on you and rip your chest apart. There it is, your heart, beating for someone else or just beating. I focus my anger in it. I grab it, pull it out of your body. My hands covering your blood and your heart still beating. Do you feel the grief now? I want you to hurt, your heart to hurt.
tighten my grip on my nails and fingers, close and tighter. Do you feel my grief now? I tightened even more and I scream. Your body still motionless. You're still looking at me with that condescending smile. My screams suddenly freeze you. Can't you see me now? Can you finally feel my pain, my grief, the emptiness you left, the future I envisioned for us? But I haven't finished with your heart. I look at you now, your eyes stone looking at mine, but you still don't move. I challenge you, show me your pain, the way you showed me your passion. But no, you keep it all in, tamed. The frozen scream and tight to breathe, your heart trembles, and with all my strength I throw it. As far as I can. We look at each other, and with fear we look. Still beating, barely. In London, so close to where you left mine, but still apart. Do you understand my grief? You took my heart and left it someplace unsatiated. You feel like you maybe, just maybe, reach your soul. Your heart screaming now, loud in grief. And I look at it, I look at you, and I smile.
Give it up more for Leonor! Who have we got now? Andy, you ready? Yeah! So we have round of applause for Andy.
Round of applause for Andy. Okay, so we've got guitar and music happening, hopefully. And I'll try to set it up and introduce at the same time.
I'm going to go
and here we go.
That
That should be alright. Right, so let's get rid of this. I'll do this, and that's 42 notes. We'll take it from there. Excellent. Okay, so welcome, folks. So Andy, I met a couple of years ago now. He's an incredible open mic host at the Dublin Castle in Camden, a very famous venue done every Monday. I highly recommend it just for the show as well. If you get a chance to perform there. And he's a great host there. He keeps order in a very popular place where people argue about the running order, how much time they've got, people trying to squeeze in at the end. And howly, the work we've been doing together now is a work in progress with other songs. But this piece, how's that sound? Sounds beautiful. Okay, so. This is based on a double image called Kitsune Through the Ages. And Mark sent me these two images, and I came up with the whole story trying to connect the two together. And Andy's done a brilliant piano piece, he's going to play some live music around it as well.
Sarah Cox
Yeah, it's perfect. Keep going.
Hopefully it's the right key.
You can't do anything anyway.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
something.
interested in it at all.
Let's go.
You can go into everyone.
Kitsune Through the Ages. 1,000 years ago, with sword in hand, I stares through his rising breath. The cold gathers around him,
like an old friend. He strolls through the winter forest. Deep footprints. The wind surrounds him fresh and firm. His heart beats. The heat from blood is shared between the bundle in his arm. 1,000 voices in prayer. They ask for luck, for fortune, for health. He whispers to his child, promises, and carries on forward, never looking back. But 2,000 years away, he glares. The heat clumps around him like a young enemy. He marches through a summer. Shallow footprints disappear in sandstorm breaths. The air settles on him, weighted down with grit. His breath is kept. The wet from throat and eye is only for the inside, aligned with only himself. No voice is heard. There is only disaster, only loss, only death. He thinks of his father, asks for forgiveness, and looks back at nothing. Okay, folks, so Andy, I believe, is going to take over.
Why not? Yeah. It really is weird. I'll try and get a bit Yeah, I got cheap microphones in the place where I work. It's terrible. Stands. This is a song I wrote a long time ago about a folk club that I used to run. Because only a fool can touch your heart. Love the sound of a crowded bar when it's hushed right down and the playing guitar is all that stands between. Brave fool and his certain shame if his voice is flat or his songs are tone, his attention not the tune. It's the gulf between crowded halls and bathroom mirrors and bedsit walls. The bigger the fool, the harder the part. Only a fool can touch your heart. As a matter of fact, it takes me back to where I want to start. Because only a fool can touch your heart. Thank you very much, Chris. And thank you so much, Luke. That's incredible.
Oh, I forgot I seen that.
Yeah. It's a great thing. So, Emeka and I met at about 5 months ago. We had an installation art weird thing, which was amazing. But we got hit off with an amazing performer as well. And we worked together on a music poetry piece as well. We'll do that first, and then we're going to grace us with one another as well, yes?
Yes.
Yes!
Right, okay. When you go back to Boston, you meet a lot. I did about 8, and you meet a lot.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Hi, watch. That sounds good. Ready? Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I saw it. Don't tell me I didn't. It moved without, beyond me. I thought I dreamt it. Flexing and pirouetting, but it was just being ironic. So I slowly stepped out of its feet, stumbled, ran away. Only time has ever caught up that quickly. I panicked and raised my hand, stretching my head to think, just as it hit me right on the temple. I boxed and kickboxed, but it met each limb with its own, and socked me one. I fell on my back, with it sliding underneath me, whispering, see you next time. The sun will blind me first. Thank you. What can I do that doesn't have any swear words in it?
Bring them on.
Okay, I've got one. Let me do one I wrote on the way here on the train. So, this is called Healing Through Art. Art, the cure to this madness. Art escapes from me, more than a form of expression. Paint oozes out of me, creating a prism of enlightenment and darkness around me. Though sometimes fearful, my brush and I will begin a journey. My hands the tools for tones and textures as I glide across the easel with ease. My eyes the windows for viewing the blending of brays and brush strokes as my mind quells the uncertainty that I can't fulfill the wish of the canvas. It's blank, clear and ready, more than I will ever be. It weighs heavy on my mind and stares back at me with glee. The patterns I create will permeate into the pores of the picture I'll present. I resent the notion that devotion to one colour, style or trend will bend the wheel of wishes and wonders from those who chose to differ from mine. The line between craze and creativity is a clear correlation of contorted cause and coincidences from the soul. Who am I? Who do I want to be? Who do I need to be? Does this art really represent me? Does the art actually allow anyone to understand the task that was at hand? Did others want to gloat and denote that the frame fell flat from the freedom of following my thoughts? Or was it a strain to portray my pain and make it plain for others to discuss and complain? I hate to watch paint dry. Wrapping canvas around stretcher bars isn't soothing. Excited patience for my artwork is everything. It's not what I bring to the painting that defines me. It's what I find in myself that will help remind me that art is not linear. It doesn't bend to the will or thrill of applause. It takes the time to recognize when you've taken the time to breathe and pause. It realizes that it's therapeutic. It can free your mind and help you swim in a sea of surety. Art, healing through art, is always a part of me. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be there. Yeah.
Okay, folks, we've got one more act, and then I'll do one piece to finish off. I'm very honoured Isolde has come today, and I've only met her once in real life at Sweet Sundays Open Mic, which is an amazing event on Sundays. Just a great vibe there, so I do highly recommend it as well. And on that time, we had a few drinks and then we improvised some stuff, didn't we? Is that right? And we did indeed. So we are hopefully going to try out a couple of pieces, one together and one you out, yes?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't decided if I'm playing or.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Where is it? Oh, well. Right, we'll have a strum, see how it goes. Beautiful. Yeah, let's go. Okay, this is one of the last pieces to make the collection. It is called A Bird on a String. Wild wings whip against the line, knotted tight in a bind design, strung up spasm, black and grey, its feathers catch and strain and fray. A bird on a string. A string bird. It twists its neck to scan the sky as claws touch air to warm, to dry. It gasps for life, not hung mid-flight. It is rage, earth, a tangled kite. A bird on a string. String bird. Narrow shadows of split and snare meet tethered hymn and a strangled prayer. The string is taut, it hums and it sings as clear skies fill with freer wings. A bird on a string. A string of bird, a bird on a string, on a string. Hey, thank you very much. I can hear the echoes of that time on the Sweet Sundays as well. On to you?
Yeah,
you want to
sure.
do poem song, whatever you want to do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm sort of halfway between places. So maybe we do a song, maybe we do a poem. Give us a cheer if you'd like a song. Woo! Cheer if you'd like a poem. Oh, that's a clear choice. That is a clear choice.
Alright, so let's set this up.
Let's hope the rain doesn't fail.
How's that feel?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a song by someone called Kristofferson, who is one of the most important artists to influence me as an artist and I guess also just as a person. And well, I learned this back when Kris was still alive, but I guess it's so when he was alive, he always said that he wanted on his tombstone the quote, "Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I've tried in my way to be free." That is now actually on his gravestone, and I feel like that thematically connects to the poem that we've just brought. So anyway, yeah, here's a song. Please rotate myself.
You get comfortable now.
It's a song called "To Beat the Devil," which I think is poetic enough itself, right? You know, I almost forgot the bit where this song's not actually in my range. And I was gonna like, I can do the verse, and I would have noticed in the chorus that I'm completely out of my range. So it was winter time in Nashville, down Music City Road, and I was looking for a place to get myself out of the cold, to warm the frozen feeling that was eating at my soul, keep the chilly winds of my guitar. My thirsty wanted whiskey, my hungry needed beads, but it'd been a month of pain since I heard that evil scream, so it was stomach full of empty and a pocket full of dreams. I left my pride and stepped inside a bar. Actually, I guess you'd call it a tavern. Cigarette smoke from the ceiling and sawdust on the floor from the shadows. I saw that there was just one old man sitting at the bar. In the mirror, I could see him checking me and my guitar. Turned and said, "Come up here, girl, and show us what you are." Said I'm dry, so he bought me a beer. Nodded at my guitar and said, "It's a tough life, ain't it?" I just stared at him and he said, "You ain't making no money, are you?" I smiled and said, "You didn't read my mail." He just smiled at me and said, "Send me that guitar. I got something you ought to hear." And then he laid it on me. If you waste your time talking to the people who don't listen to the things that you are saying, who do you think is gonna care? And you should not explain how the things that they complain about are things that could be changing. Who do you think is gonna care? There were lonely sinners in the world who never lied, who were crucified for what they tried to show. And their voices have been scattered by this whirlwinds of time, but the truth remains that no one wants to know. Well, the old man, he was a stranger, but I heard his song before. Back when failure had me locked out of the wrong side of the door. When no one stood behind me but my shadow on the floor. And lonesome was more than a state of mind. You see, the devil haunts a hungry girl. If you don't want to join him, you gotta beat him. Now I ain't saying that I beat the devil that night, that I drank his beer for nothing, and that I stole the song. I'm just stuck in here me singing to the people who don't listen to the things that I am singing, praying someone's gonna hear. And I guess I'm not explaining how the things So, the way that me and you met is through an event called Sweet Sunday. It's an event that I run, and I'm not going to do the ego-y thing of like, come see my event, although you totally should come see my event. But it's sort of like, we run things a bit differently, don't we? It's an open mic of sorts, but I call it a community art space. And I think the whole point of the thing is that we run it for free, it's donation-based, and we always serve free food, free tea. And the idea is really that there's not enough spaces in London where you can come and just hang out with your friends without an expectation to spend money. And essentially, that feeling we have there, the feeling that we have in the room right now is beautiful and wonderful. So go to community events, go to my community event, go to any community event, hang out with people, share with people, create. That's how you get this, the warmth in the air of the space we've created, which is amazing, but also something that I will personally thank Luigi for. So can we have a warm round of applause?
Highly recommend Sweet Sunday's amazing community there as well. Okay, folks, we are almost at the end. There was one piece left. This is a middle piece from the collection, and the art evolved in lots of different ways. I believe Mark and Amy was originally from the RSVPA for your RSVP.
What?
Yeah, for the wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry,
yes.
for the RSVPA.
No, that's a different story. That's a different story. And the art of it is absolutely incredible. And it went through different evolutions from. Oh, yes, brilliant. Trying to wander around and show people. A mythological figure of hares and rabbits and the power that they had. And this piece came together and is one of the examples where Mark and I went back and forth, and it sort of exemplifies the ekphrastic nature of it. Art, then poetry, the poetry informing the art informing the poetry, and it all comes together. So this is our final piece in honour of hares and rabbits, and it's called A Prayer for Hares and Rabbits.
Threat and never let their skin sun set. ashamed. Oh, when I protect them and keep them from harm, from any threat, and never let their skin sun set. Thank you, Billy. Oh, Elora. Oh, to be ashamed. Oh, when us protect them and us keep them from harm, from any threat, and never let their skin sun set. And at the end, the hair comes down. The end of the afternoon is here. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you so much. Brothers, sisters, family, friends. It's been an absolute honour and a privilege. Thank you so much to those who have attended, those who have contributed with their words, their music, their hearts and souls. Mark, I'm sure, would like to give a thanks.
Amy, thanks.
And Amy,
she's carrying my child around.
Hey! Most important job of all! And let's give out a prize, I suppose. So, we have a unique poster, a frame.
We've got some entries.
Oh, we've got some entries. Any other colouring in? Andy, I saw you colouring in. You can't compete, can you? Any other colouring in? Beautiful. Any other colouring ins?
How are you going to judge this?
I think let's do a random. Prize draw. That would be the fairest thing, yes?
A lot of people work very hard.
Oh.
No, you said it was a competition legally, it has to be judged.
Alright, who wants to go?
This young man does by the sound of that.
I'm 20 years being a teacher, I'm happy to be the bad guy. I will choose if you want.
Why are you always happy to be that bad?
Because that just plays to your skills. What do you want?
Then I will happily receive each other together.
I think I'm going to go with. They're all really beautiful.
My daughter's in there, mate.
Yeah, I know. Does she need more stuff?
No, she doesn't, in fact. No,
I'm going to cover some of the names up.
She can get a runner-up prize for an ice cream.
Oh, an ice cream. Can I have an ice cream?
That's not a runner-up, that's the main prize.
That's the main prize. I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to cover up the names. I'm not too sure who it is. But this one, I think, is quite beautiful. Whose is this?
Ooh.
Is that yours?
Nora, is that yours? It is! Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll meet you downstairs. Don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. That is the end of the day. We have the room until 7. The bar is open to 1. The world is open forever, of course. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely night. Thank you.
Hey!